up, you guys? Today's video is so exciting. First, hello, I'm Monica. Welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, welcome back if you have been here before. I'm so excited for today's video, so I feel so scatterbrained, but let me just tell you what we are doing today. So, the Dollar Tree has recently been upping their game like nobody's business, and it has become increasingly apparent that they are trying to put out dupes for not only just high-end products, which is absolutely amazing to get like a dupe for a high-end product for $1.25, but they're also duping drugstore, or at least they're trying to. And today, I'm gonna try them out with you. I'm gonna put these to the test. I'm gonna see if the Dollar Tree really is in fact duping these, or if they're not. Are they alternatives? Have they gotten close? We're gonna see, because I think we can all agree that we would rather save the money and just spend $1.25 on our makeup products, some skincare products. It's very exciting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and strap in and go back in time a little bit and test these out together to see if they are in fact dupes for high-end and drugstore products. In honor of today's video, I have pulled out a headband from the Dollar Tree. I love this headband. I love all their headbands. That's pretty much where I get all of my headbands. Maybe a few I haven't. I've gotten some from Walmart and Ulta. But Dollar Tree has just been killing it with their headbands, or obviously in general, hence today's video. So I just wanted to pull it out for the occasion. I was gonna wear this one that I got during this trip where I got all these dupes and stuff, but it's not gonna match my shirt. I was gonna wear a white shirt, but I couldn't find the white shirt, so we're wearing this like picnicky looking shirt. It's very summery. Yep, that's about right for me. Anyway, so I have an iced brown sugar shaken espresso. I have perfected this. It's a 10 out of 10, so a short will be coming very soon showing you how to make it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dupes to test out. Technically 8 dupes to test out because I did try out one of the dupes last night and the night before. And I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about them real quick. I love the Neutrogena body oil. It's so good. It's just great at like an after shower oil, so you're not super oily. It's almost like a watery oil, if that makes sense, even though, yeah, anyway. So I love this so much. It's like $9 to $10 or something on Amazon. But when I saw this, I was like, this looks eerily similar to the Neutrogena one. This is about half the size. This has 4 ounces and this has 8.5, but this is $1.25. So you could still get this for way less money if you wanted to get like the full size, or pretty much close to the full size. I tested these out the last couple of nights, like I was saying, and it is in fact exactly like it. The texture is the same. The ingredients are very similar. This claims to like have light sesame formula, and this is saying vitamin E. Sesame has vitamin E as well as some other stuff in it. So it's very similar, and honestly, I cannot tell a difference when I apply it. So I may just continue purchasing this. I still love this one so much, but I may just continue purchasing this because honestly, it's easier to fit into my shower because it's smaller, and I could get the amount that this holds for way less money. Hopefully that makes sense. I recently did a trying new makeup at the Dollar Tree video, and I tried out this Ioni mascara. I love this mascara. The wand is perfection. It's a rubberized wand. I typically like natural bristle, but somebody said that the Maybelline Sky High is exactly the same, which means that the Ioni one, which is $1.25, 5 times less expensive, if that makes sense, than this one, even though this is a drugstore. So the Dollar Tree is coming for everybody. High-end drugstore. I mean, it's amazing. So we're gonna try this out. I'm going to do this half of my face with the Dollar Tree stuff, and then the other half with, of course, the high-end, or the brand name. Let's go ahead and start applying the mascara. So you can see it's very like lengthening over volume on the first swipe through, which I would say is exactly what this one is like. So let's do this side. Oh my gosh, these do look exactly the same. I cannot believe I didn't figure this out myself because I love the Maybelline Sky High. Somebody let me know in a short. Those look so similar. Look at that on the first layer. I do have mascara on my eyelids, so ignore that, but they look so similar. Let's go in with a second layer. I will say the wand on this one, the cheaper one, is way sturdier. This one, like when you pull it out, it's not super flimsy. With this one, it is like, there we go. You can kind of see. I'll redo this one so you can see. This one's a lot more, like, you really kind of, I don't want to break it because it's a little bit more stiff, which is good. It's a little bit more durable coming out of the tube. But the Sky High one is definitely a little flimsy, but I still love that one. And I love this one. They look identical pretty much. I mean, I'm shocked. The person who told me about this, you're amazing. I'm so excited for the fact that somebody caught this dupability of this to this. Is that the right way to say it? Anyway, I'm just so excited. And so shout out to that person for saying that this one is a dupe for this. They were 100% right. And honestly, the wand on this is sturdier and it's $1.25 compared to, like, I mean, this probably at the most expensive goes to like 12 or 13 bucks, I would guess. You can get it on Amazon for like $9, but this one is still significantly less money. So I would say yes, I think that that is a dupe. Okay, I don't have any eyeshadow dupes or anything like that, so I'm just gonna like throw some things on that I got during my trip real quick. I'm not gonna like really spend much time on here, but I do wanna try them on, and what better video to try them on in than a Dollar Tree video. Very excited. Oh, this is not at all what I was expecting. It's like literally a pencil. I'm gonna use this. Oh no, this is, oh, this has sparkle in it. That's interesting. That explains why I was saying that it's also a highlighter. Okay, I'm not gonna use this. Rewind, I need to get my Sigma eyeshadow primer and use that instead. I'm gonna try to wipe this off. I didn't realize that was shimmery. So impressed with this. I feel like I have such a fun little eyeshadow look on. I used all of these colors. I'm really impressed. I have loved this one since I purchased it back in, I think February was when it was, or January. And I just am so satisfied with these quads. I have another one I picked up that's got a little bit more like blue in it. This is definitely a little bit more teal and green, and we've got some neutrals that you can use every day, which is what drew me to it. And then of course, you know, I love a whole neutral quad. So far, really liking this, really excited with the way my eye makeup came out, because I feel like there's some color, but it's really wearable. You can definitely build the like shimmery teal. I can't get this open. It took me like 20 minutes to get it open the first time. Oh my gosh, that is one thing. It gets a star off because I cannot get these things open. So maybe like a 4 out of 5 or a 4.5 out of 5. This shade is really, really easy to build. I didn't want to go super heavy, so I started off with this and then layered this on top of it to kind of just tone it down a little bit. But I think it looks really, really nice. So really excited about that. I know that had nothing to do with like the dupability part of this video, but I just felt like I might as well apply it while I was here. The next dupe we're gonna try out is one that has been going viral for a couple months now, and I finally got my hands on the dupe, as well as I had to go pick up the actual like name brand one because I don't use this, but I want to try it out. They have, from what I've read, they have pretty similar ingredients. Water, glycerin. This one has propylene glycol, and this one has propanediol. They do both have fragrance, which I hate. So I'm using this like a primer because I wouldn't use something fragranced in my skincare. I don't even really love to use something fragranced on my skin in general, but here we are. This is like the nicest glass packaging. They have a whole line. I just wanted to get the serum, and honestly, it was the only one I could track down. I got the mini one of this because truthfully, I did not want to buy the full one, the full size one. So this one does have 1 ounce, and this one has 0.5. The mini version of this was $20. Obviously, this is $1.25, so huge difference anyway between a full size of this and the mini of this. And I believe the full size of this is like $40 or something like that. I'll be putting the prices on the screen as I go. But yeah, so huge deal. This is in fact a dupe for the Glow Recipe one. So I'm just gonna apply it on my face. I hate fake watermelon smell, which is what that smells like. It also kind of smells like bubblegum. I have no idea what the other one smells like. We'll see here in a second. I'm getting like watermelon bubblegum. I feel like I'm gonna have to let this sit on my face before I put anything on because it is still very like wet. I mean, it feels really nice. It's just, the smell is a lot. Let's kind of see how it applies to this one. I'm gonna put it on this side. This is such a cute bottle. I mean, I know it's the mini. It is really cute though. Same sort of texture. This one's smell is definitely cucumber watermelon-y. It smells a little bit more realistic than the dupe side, I will say. The dupe side is just, it smells like watermelon bubble gum. I couldn't get that out. I really don't like the smell of fake watermelon, so not the biggest fan of this smell on my face either. This one is drying, this side is drying, which is nice. I think that's, I'll just kind of let this side sit too. So while I'm letting this dry, I want to show you the textures of them, like side by side, like what they look like. So this is the Glow recipe, so you can kind of get an idea. I think this one's a little bit more translucent. This is the Glow recipe watermelon dewdrops, and then the b.pure, what is this called? Glow Up Serum over here. So very similar. This one's slightly, like, has a little bit more color to it, but not a ton. This one's just a little bit more translucent, but they feel exactly the same on the face. The ingredient lists on these are not identical to each other. They're so similar though. This one has propanediol in it and this one has propylene glycol. So very similar. I could see this being like a nice, like, hydrating, maybe sort of gripping primer. We'll kind of see. We're going to throw on some foundation real quick. Then we're going to continue with the dupes. Okay, so both of those serums actually get like an A+ as long as they like don't mess with my skin, which I'll let you know in the description if my skin starts to like feel congested or break out or anything. Sometimes I get a little weary of fragrance, but I am not kidding when I say my skin looks amazing. Not that I'm trying to get on my high horse or like gloat or anything, but it really does. Like that, those two paired with this, like they both give the exact same look through foundation, and my foundation went over both of them beautifully. A+, those are both dupes for each other and they're beautiful. So I've got a concealer dupe, and what's funny is that we're back to duping the drugstore. So in that Dollar Tree video where I tried all that makeup, I found the Candy Moyo multi-usage contour concealer, which I loved. I tried another concealer, but this was the winner for sure, and I love how it works. And I was like, that looks eerily similar to a Neutrogena one. So we're gonna test these out today. I used this way back in the day, don't remember how I feel about it, but generally speaking, I do tend to like the skin clearing line from Neutrogena. It was my very first foundation I ever bought, was that skin clearing foundation. So yeah, I got them in the closest shades I could. Let me see if I can do like a swatch for you so you can kind of see, because actually I think I'm going to like the Candy Moyo shade better because it's a little bit more neutral. There we go. Ooh, that got too much. Okay. So yeah, the shades slightly different. We've got the Candy Moyo on the right and the Neutrogena on the left. I got the lightest shade available in Neutrogena. So I don't know if it's the lightest shade available to buy, but it was the lightest shade that I found in store. So I did the best I could. I'm just gonna put them under my eyes like I normally would. I love this shade so much because it's just so nice and neutral. It's just a little bit lighter than my skin tone, so I don't feel like it's too bright or anything like that. It's very similar to the Catrice one in like you can let it sit. Like I said, don't remember really how I feel about this. I got too much. Oh yeah, the shades, not the exact same. So we'll test the formula out. The feeling of the applicator is the exact same. The packaging is the exact same. Ooh, this one has a strong paint smell, the Neutrogena one. The Candy Moyo one does not. So something to be said for that. I am gonna let this sit for about 30 seconds, then we're gonna start blending them out because I wanna see if the Neutrogena one works like the Candy Moyo one does, or the way I'd least like to work with it. So far, the finish of them is looking really similar. So just give me a few seconds, we'll then blend it in together. It's been about 30 seconds, so it's time to blend it in. I'm gonna start with the Candy Moyo side since I did apply that one first. I love this concealer, it really is so beautiful. It's just a nice like light to medium. I just feel like I look better, but like it's not super full coverage, which is my preferred. Like I don't love super full coverage. Gorgeous. Let's flip to the other side. Okay, yeah, the texture of this one and this one, they are exactly the same. I like the way this looks better though because there's a little bit more coverage, in my opinion. I don't know if it's coming across on camera as much, but there's just a little bit more coverage under the eye with the Candy Moyo than there is with this one. This one still looks beautiful. I do think it's really nice. The only thing I'll say is this has salicylic acid. Probably shouldn't put that around your eyes, but we're just testing it out, okay? And this one does not. So this is more of a treatment concealer. and this one doesn't have that in it, so just keep that in mind, which the salicylic acid addition will be great to spot conceal. This is also a great spot concealer, so I would say yes, these are dupes. I'm excited that we're now duping the drugstore because those prices are climbing up right up there with high-end, so I know that I at least want to save money anywhere I can, and this allows you to do that. So that's awesome. LA Colors, once again, coming in hot with the dupes. We've got a bronzer dupe for the Glossier Cloud Paint Bronzer, which is very, very new. And I got this in the shade Sail, and I got this in the shade Sunflower. They look pretty much identical in the package, so I want to swatch them next to each other. We're also going to try out the LA Colors Cream Blush against the Glossier Cloud Paint Cream Blush. I got this one in the shade, where is the shade? Oh, Dusk and Orchid. So Dusk, Orchid look very similar. So let's start off with the bronzer. I have never tried the Glossier Cloud Paint. I've wanted to, and this has given me a reason to, sort of, to test out, but then at the same time it hasn't given me a reason to, because if the Dollar Tree is doing it, why do I need to spend 20 bucks? I really just want to use, oh, that's a nice shade. I just want to use a little bit, and I want to use my finger to blend it in. I feel like that is how this kind of product is going to work the best. If not, I can switch to a sponge. But I just kind of want to feel like what the beauty of Glossier is the fact that it's so workable with your hands, or at least it's supposed to be. So I might need, I think I applied too much. Oh my god, I applied too much. Where's the sponge? Sponge to the rescue. Ooh, that does look nice though. It was a little scary. Okay, so note to self, use the sponge. Or if you're gonna use your fingers, you need to apply significantly less. That looks so nice though. I'm loving that shade. So let's break into the Glossier one. I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna have to put, I think I'm gonna have to put the same amount on that I did with the Glossier, even though I do think that was too much, because I want it to look even. I'm just gonna like dot it like I did. This is probably even more than I put of the Glossier. Okay, let's just go on the sponge over here. Holy cannoli, that looks good. I've really been on a kick of saying holy cannoli, just out of nowhere. I don't really know why, but here we are. Okay, I actually think I like that better than the Glossier. I do think I could blend it a little bit more, because I do think I'm getting a little ahead of myself and I'm not finishing. That looks really good. Okay, let me swatch. This is the LA Colors one. This is the Glossier one. On the face, not a whole lot of difference, except I feel like you can actually see the LA Colors one a little bit more. So just a note, I do like the way the Glossier one looks, but I do think I like the LA Colors one more. I think that the little bit deeper shade, even though I love this shade right here, I think it's gorgeous and gravitate towards that sort of bronzer shade. I think because this one's just slightly deeper, it shows up more and gives the appearance that it's this shade when it's blended out, if that makes any sense. So I do really think though that the texture is identical. So I think they nailed that. And honestly, I think they won over Glossier there. It's not just exactly the same. I think the LA Colors one is a little bit better. Of course, I'll put wear notes and stuff in the description. So let's do the cream blush. I love how they package this. I don't know why they don't package the Glossier bronzer like this, but whatever. How do I open this? Maybe this is why. Oh, there we go. Okay, got it. So I'm just gonna take a little bit right here. Ooh, I love that shade. Okay, got a little distracted, but I love that shade. So I guess I'll try it with the fingers again. And if I need to, I'll bring in the sponge. I feel like they both go, like both the LA Colors and the Glossier products go so far. That's why I felt the need to pull in the sponge. Pulling it in again. I do think that looks gorgeous. I hope that's coming across because it is so, so pretty. And I've got the LA Colors one. All right, this totally different shade. Totally different shade. Like I like the Glossier shade better. This is way pinker than is implied when you put it next to the tube. So that's interesting. We're just gonna do the same thing though. Yeah, way different shade. Now that's not to say it wouldn't be a dupe, you just have to find the proper shade. Okay, but once again, I'm liking the shade once it's blended out. It's so pretty. These are so easy to work with. Okay, yeah, I do think the LA Colors ones, they show up more. Like the minute I'm pulling the sponge for the Glossier ones, I do feel like I'm taking away some of the coverage. Whereas with the LA Colors ones, I feel like the coverage is not being taken away as much at least. And it's looking really nice. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Let me do a swatch real quick, even though it's so obvious that these are not the same shade. LA Colors one, Glossier one. They give a similar appearance on the skin, so there's something to be said for that. They have a very similar feel. The only thing I would say, like I've said a billion times, this seems to have a little bit more pigment upon blending it out, whereas I feel like the Glossier ones do seem to blend out pretty quickly. I way prefer this shade in the tube, but this shade blended out is almost giving this shade, once again, just like the bronzer did. I feel like it's not giving corally, bright, pinky shade. I feel like it's giving more of a nude. So that's really interesting. I would give the bronzer and blush, I would give them like a B+. Like, there's definitely some dupeability happening. I'm just saying random words now that they're not actually real words. But I will say the dupeability is, it's not bad. So I would give it, yeah, like an 87, B+, so maybe an 88. So the next potential dupe I want to try out is the Sassy and Chic Powder Puff against the One Size Powder Puff. I've actually had the One Size Powder Puff for a while, but I've never used it. The Sassy and Chic one comes in this cute little container that I cannot figure out how to open. So cute. It definitely feels really similar. Let me see if I can kind of show you. Oh yeah, these feel literally identical. Same sort of puff. They both have like this thing. This one's circular. This one's circular with an edge. They feel the exact same. So I'm gonna take my Essence, wherever it is, powder foundation, and I'm gonna powder my face with it. Normally I'd use a big fluffy brush, but I wanna use this today because why not? And we're gonna compare these two. I'm also going to try these puffs with just powder foundation on my face, like not just powdering on top of other foundation. I couldn't do that today because of all the cream products I needed to try, or at least wanted to try, but okay, this is looking so nice. Let's do the One Size one. I should have done the One Size one first, but here we are. You know what's funny? I think I like the Sassy and Chic one more because as I'm applying it on my face, this one is, they feel the exact same when you're squishing them next to each other, but this one does have a little bit more, like, it's almost a little bit more solid feeling. And I think the Sassy and Chic one's a little bit, like, nicer to your face. Like, they're both puffs, so they're not gonna hurt, or they shouldn't at least, because they're one of the most gentle ways and non-abrasive ways to apply product to your skin. But yeah, I do think I'm liking the Sassy and Chic one more. I will say that my skin with these two looks pretty much identical, and it looks really good. So A+ for that one, A+ for that dupe. I'm loving it. The Sassy and Chic one also comes in like a pretty pink and a purple. I had a hard time picking which color I wanted. All right, so even though I did test out the Glossier blush and LA Colors blush next to each other, I do have another blush, like, possible dupe that I want to try against a discontinued powder blush that is very well loved. This is the L'Oreal H Perfect Radiant Satin Blush. I love this blush, but yes, L'Oreal and Maybelline are taking away some of their best products. So I'm going to put it against the Essentially Ageless powder blush. Slightly different colors. It's actually working out perfectly though, because the LA Colors blush, like liquid blush, was a little bit more pigmented. They're all kind of like evened out now, but the color's not what we're testing here. I'm testing the formula because this comes in a variety of different shades. This is just the one I had on hand. So let's go ahead and do, that was a really annoying way to say do. I'm gonna go in with this BK Beauty. I love this blush, by the way. So I was really disappointed to see that they were discontinuing it. It's so pretty. The Essentially Ageless line from L'Oreal is actually slightly underrated in my opinion, but it's so beautiful. Yeah, like, it's so pretty. So let's see I have a feeling this is gonna be a dupe. But I'm gonna go on to another BK Beauty brush. I have two different ones, so I used one for the Essentially Ageless. No, Age Perfect. And I'm using the other one for the Essentially Ageless. Oh, that's looking so nice. Actually, you know what's funny? Those shades are translating pretty similar on my face. Yeah, okay, yes, I would say that this is a dupe for this one. So if you've loved this one and it's discontinued and now you can't get it, try this one out. It's significantly less expensive anyway than this one was retailing for. And it comes in a variety of different shades. I always run into more shades every time I go. Last time I was there, I ran into a bright pink one, like the Dior, like what is that? The Dior blush. I don't remember the actual name for it. So they have a variety of different shades. And yeah, I would give these an A. Not a full A+ because of the shade, but I will say the shade is translating very, very similarly to each other. So an A seems like a fair score for the dupeability. I love how I'm calling it the dupeability score. So the last dupe I have to try here is one for the Tower 28 Shine On Milky Lip Jelly. I did try this in the last Dollar Tree video, and I didn't think it was anything special only because I love a big doe foot, but this could possibly be a dupe for the Tower 28 one, so I did pick it up. I got the Tower 28 one in the shade Pistachio, and I have this one in the shade, I want to say it's like nude or something. It's not even on here. I'm pretty sure it's like nude. I'll put the name on the screen because I'm pretty sure I said it in the last Dollar Tree video. But yeah, I mean, could these look more like dupes? Now, I feel like on camera, the b.pure lip jelly is looking slightly more nude than the Tower 28 one. Did the best I could with like the shades. I'm just watching them next to each other and they're very, very similar. I'm gonna put them on, of course, but I did want to see them. And I feel like the b.pure one, which is up here, it's a little bit more nude as you can see, but it does seem to swatch a slightly better, like it had a little bit more product on it, but they feel so similar. I'm gonna apply one on each half of my lips. So let's do the Tower 28 one first. I did put lip liner on, obviously, because can't not have lip liner. This smells like old school lip products, which I love. Beautiful. Now let's do the b.pure one on this side. They smell identical. I mean, you cannot tell me you see that much of a difference because they look literally the same on the lips. I mean, look at that. Do I have it on my teeth? Don't look. Wow, yeah, those look identical and they feel identical. I would definitely say A+. These are exactly the same. They even smell the exact same. They'll probably wear the exact same. Like I said, I'll have wear notes, but yeah. Okay, this was so much fun. That is it for today's video. I would say that it was pretty much a slam dunk. I'm so excited that I was able to find some dupes, or I was able to try out some dupes that people had mentioned were dupes for higher end things from the Dollar Tree. Like, I love that the Dollar Tree is coming to play. And we have so many different dupe options now. It's not just the drugstore duping now. It's not even just high-end stuff duping other high-end stuff now. We've got the Dollar Tree coming in, duping everybody, or doing a really good job of giving alternatives. So I would say that this was a slam dunk, and I'm really, really excited that we got to try this stuff out together. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit that notification bell down below so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. We do videos like this quite often. I'm hoping to implement some more vlogs in the future, but I do have some other vlogs that are a little bit older that are up, so if you want to go check out more lifestyle stuff, I have that up. I also have decluttering stuff up. I've got a declutter series coming soon where I'm going to go through all my makeup and I'm going to declutter with you guys. It's going to be long, but it's going to be fun, so get ready for that. Also, excuse me, dudes. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I would love to have you become part of my family long term. Check out the rest of my channel if you haven't. Like I said, I do beauty, I do some lifestyle. We have a little bit of an assortment over here, so I just love to have you stick around long term. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go. I hope you guys have the best rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.